The Halo games are chock full of awesome moments. Every game in this series has at least something that never fails to get me excited. Yes, even Halo 5 has some of those moments. So today, I wanted to discuss some of my absolute favorite moments from the Halo games. Now before I get started, I do want to mention a few things first. Number one, this is not in really any particular order. I just know that people who watch YouTube like to see numbers before I talk about the topic. Number two, this is not a definitive list. This is just my own. I don't speak for anyone else except for me. And number three, picking only 5 moments is really hard, so I might make another one of these one day. So without further ado, let's get into these moments. I forgot to mention that there are spoilers in this video, so if you don't want to see them, turn the video off right now and go play through the Halo games. If you've already played the games or you don't care, then keep on watching. Number 5, the dual scarab fight from Halo 3.
Count 2 scarabs! Repeat, 2 scarabs!
Every living being in the galaxy is at risk of extinction. The Prophet of Truth is just about to fire all of the remaining Halo rings at once. Your job is to get in there and take him out before he can do that. But the Covenant knows you're coming, and they throw everything at you. I'm talking ghosts, prowlers, banshees, everything. That includes 2 scarabs. This is what you call a battle of epic proportions. There's enemies on the ground, enemies in the air, and tons of plasma being shot at you. Piloting the Hornet or operating the Scorpion by itself is already fun, but when you got tons of enemies around and you're constantly shooting off shells left and right, it is the experience. And taking down 2 scarabs at once is such an amazing feat, especially on Legendary. That's a great feeling. Everything leading up to this battle is really well done. The whole level is excellent, and I love operating the Hornets. Those are some of my favorite vehicles in the entire Halo series, and being able to take out 2 scarabs and just tons of enemies around laying waste to everything is the experience.
Down. Well done.
Number 4, jumping feet first into hell in Halo 3 ODST. Halo 3 ODST turned out to be a love it or hate it kind of game, especially when it first came out. Over the years, it's started to get the recognition that it finally deserves, because I think this is one of the best games in the entire franchise. And that also goes with the fact that there are tons of epic moments in this game, like the orbital elevator being destroyed, learning the whole story itself, but for me, it's a no-brainer.
Wake up, Buttercup.
Relax, rookie. He don't mean nothing. Besides, now's one of those times. Pays to be the strong, silent type.
The opening cutscene is one of my favorite moments of all time. Ever since I saw that cutscene from Halo 2 when they're dropping into Delta Halo, I always wanted to have like a first-person experience doing that because it seems like it would be such a thrill. By the way, if I could get that in VR, that would be one of the coolest and most amazing things ever. But that's besides the point.
I sure as hell ain't hosing out your pod! I take it back. Navy got its butt kicked. Hey, Romeo, remember when I told you to shut your mouth? Yeah? Consider that a standing order.
I'm personally a big fan of games being in first person, whether they be first person shooters, first person RPGs, first person adventure games. I don't care. It's just an easier way for me to feel immersed into the game. When you forget that you're sitting on a couch looking at a TV screen, even if it's for just a second, that means the game did its job by immersing you.
Covenant just set off a nuke?
No. Natalia's going to jump. It's a subspace eruption. You need this.
EMP, losing power. Stabilize! They popped your chutes. We're going in hard.
Another thing that always sticks out in my mind is the music. The music perfectly encapsulates the feeling of falling, and at the end when everything goes wrong, it sounds very haunting, and it fits it beautifully. Number 3, Lone Wolf from Halo Reach. Halo Reach is easily the darkest game out of the series. Millions of people are being slaughtered by the invading Covenant forces. Nothing is going right.
Oh my god.
Mayday! Mayday! 6 Echo 2, can you maintain altitude?
Negative! We're going down!
Son of a bitch. I can't watch this.
Fox Actual, should we send search and rescue birds?
Negative, dispatch. No point.
And on top of that, if you manage to kill an elite, there's 10 more right behind him waiting to kill you. You are a member of Noble Team, a group of highly trained super soldiers that are meant to defend the planet and to deliver a package. One by one, they are killed until you are the last man standing. After helping the Pillar of Autumn escape the planet, you are left with one final objective. Noble Team doesn't have a happy ending. It doesn't matter how many you kill, because in the end, you will die. The sad part about being a lone wolf is you die around your enemies, not your friends.
It blew right through us. 50 cal rockets didn't do a thing.
Number 2, the first Scarab fight from Halo 2. My god, this is seriously one of the best moments in gaming. The whole fight is what you would call awesomeness. It is awesome, personified into a word. Let me tell you why. See, I like the Halo 3 Scarab fights too, but you're usually shooting at the Scarabs from a distance, so you kind of don't really get that awesome empowerment feeling of being an ultimate badass. Here, you gotta jump onto the Scarab and kill everything inside. That is awesome, and jumping down from that bridge onto the Scarab and the music starts playing at that precise moment, it is seriously one of the coolest parts in any Halo game, in video games, just in general. There's tons of enemies on this thing, and if you play on the higher difficulties, you're in for one punishing but amazing experience. And when you finally destroy the Scarab and see Master Chief walking down it, it feels like you're the one doing that. Number 1, the Warthog Run from Halo Combat Evolved. What can be said about this part that hasn't been said before? This is not only my favorite moment in Halo, but my favorite moment in gaming. I remember the first time playing this, I stood up and I was jumping around in excitement. And I still do that even a little bit to this very day. This is such an intense moment. Driving through the Pillar of Autumn with explosions all around you and that music in the background is playing, it is such an amazing way to end the game. The Halo 3 Warthog run was also fun, but the first one will always be my favorite.